Did you know that over 500,000 Californians had their driver's licenses suspended last year? And not just for DUIs or major violations? Shockingly, many of them lost their right to drive over things as simple as missing a court date, forgetting a renewal, or even having outdated car insurance. A quiet storm is brewing in California's traffic laws, and most drivers don't even realize they're at risk until it's too late. A new California law has just gone into effect, and it's shaking up everything we thought we knew about road safety and driving rights. The rules are stricter, enforcement is smarter, and the consequences way more severe. You could be doing everything right, but still lose your license without warning. And no, this isn't fear-mongering. These changes are real, and they're already affecting drivers across the state. So, what exactly is putting your license in danger? Stay with me because in this video, we're breaking down 10 surprising reasons that could cost you your license in 2020, some of which you've probably never even thought about. Number 1. Point system revamp. Think a couple of speeding tickets are no big deal? Think again. California just overhauled its driver point system, and under the new law, points now stack up faster than ever before. Even small violations, like rolling through a stop sign or making a wrong turn, can quickly snowball into a suspended license. Previously, you had a bit more breathing room. A few minor infractions might not have hurt you too badly. But now, with automated tracking and tighter DMV reporting systems, every single violation counts. If you rack up just 4 points in 12 months, you're now considered a negligent operator. That label can trigger a warning letter or worse, a suspension notice, before you even realize how close you are to the edge. The scary part? Many drivers aren't even aware of how many points they have. And by the time they find out, it's already too late. A basic ticket adds 1 point. A cell phone violation? That's another point. 2 or 3 of these in a year, and you're already halfway to losing your driving privileges. Here's how to protect yourself. First, check your driving record regularly on the DMV website. It's quick and free. Second, consider traffic school when eligible. It can wipe points off your record and give you a clean slate. Finally, drive smarter. Avoid aggressive driving, come to full stops, and always signal, because now even the tiniest mistake could come with a huge cost. This isn't about scaring you, it's about keeping you informed. Because in this new system, what you don't know can hurt you and your license. Number 2. AI traffic surveillance. If you still think traffic enforcement is all about police officers with radar guns, you're living in the past. California is rapidly rolling out AI-powered traffic surveillance, and this technology doesn't blink, get distracted, or give warnings. It watches everything 24/7. 7. These smart systems use high-resolution cameras, sensors, and artificial intelligence to detect violations in real time. Speeding, rolling through stop signs, illegal turns, lane misuse, and even distracted driving can now be flagged automatically, sometimes without a police officer present. In many areas, tickets are generated, reviewed, and mailed straight to your home. No flashing lights, no roadside conversation, just a fine, and often, points on your license. What makes this especially dangerous is how precise these systems are. AI can track patterns, not just one mistake. If it notices repeated behavior, like frequently driving over the speed limit on the same road, it builds a digital profile. Over time, those small violations can pile up faster than drivers expect, pushing them closer to suspension without a single face-to-face warning. Even worse, many drivers relax in areas they believe are safe, like residential streets, school zones after hours, or quiet intersections. But AI surveillance thrives in exactly these places. And once a violation is recorded, arguing it becomes much harder because the evidence is visual and time-stamped. So, what can you do? First, assume you're always being watched, because you probably are. Second, slow down in zones you normally rush through. Third, eliminate habits like touching your phone at red lights or rolling through stops. In the age of AI enforcement, those harmless shortcuts are now license-threatening mistakes. This new system isn't about pulling drivers over. It's about silently building a case. And most people won't realize they're in trouble until the letter arrives. Number 3. Missed court dates. Think missing a traffic court date is just a small inconvenience? Not anymore. Under California's updated regulations, failing to appear in court for even a minor traffic violation can trigger an automatic driver's license suspension, and in some cases, it happens without any additional notice. Here's how it works. Let's say you get a ticket, maybe for speeding or an expired registration. You plan to contest it or ask for an extension, but life gets busy. You forget the date or assume you can deal with it later. In the past, you might have received a few warnings, but now the DMV can immediately suspend your license once the court notifies them that you failed to appear. You won't get a phone call or a friendly reminder. You'll find out when you're pulled over, and the officer tells you you've been driving on a suspended license. Even worse, this suspension can create a domino effect. If you keep driving without realizing your license is suspended, you could face heavier fines, vehicle impoundment, and even criminal charges in repeat cases. All this from simply forgetting or missing a court appearance. The scary truth is that many drivers don't even know their license has been suspended until it's too late. It's easy to assume, I'll take care of it later. But under the new system, later could mean losing your legal right to drive. So here's what to do. Always check your court dates immediately after receiving a ticket. If you can't make it, file for an extension online or call the court clerk. Mark it on your calendar, set alerts, and treat it like a job interview because now, missing it could cost you your license. Don't let one forgotten date derail your entire driving future. Number 4. Texting penalties increased. We've all done it. Glanced at a text while stopped at a red light, or quickly replied with a, "Be right there." But under California's updated distracted driving laws, that quick glance could now cost you your license faster than ever. Texting and driving has always been dangerous, but now it's officially become one of the fastest ways to rack up points on your record. Here's what's changed. In the past, a first-time cell phone violation might have resulted in a fine without much long-term impact. But under the new law, a second offense within 36 months automatically adds a point to your license. And remember, stack up just 4 points in 12 months, and you're at risk of suspension. Combine 2 texting violations with a speeding ticket and a minor collision, that's all it takes. What makes this even more alarming is how common these violations are. Many drivers assume texting at a red light or using a GPS while moving slowly doesn't count. But the law doesn't care how fast you're going. If your phone is in your hand and you're behind the wheel, it's a violation, period. Plus, AI surveillance systems and dash-mounted police cameras are catching more of these in real time. The chance of getting away with it is shrinking fast. To stay safe and legal, start using hands-free mode exclusively. If you need to reply to a message, pull over safely. Better yet, turn on Do Not Disturb while driving so you're not tempted. Remember that text can wait. But the cost of getting caught? That could follow you for years. And under the new law, just a couple of taps could be all it takes to lose your license. Is it really worth the risk? Number 5. License Real ID delay. Still haven't upgraded to a Real ID? You're not alone, but that delay could soon cost you more than just a missed flight. With California's new enforcement rules, putting off your Real ID update might actually put your driver's license status at risk, especially if you're caught using outdated or incorrect identification. Here's what's happening. Starting May 2025, the federal Real ID requirement will go into full effect for air travel and federal building access. But California is tightening regulations earlier to push more residents to make the switch. If your license is up for renewal and you don't opt for the Real ID, you may find yourself flagged in the system. Or worse, unknowingly operating with a non-compliant license. Many people think, I don't fly much, so I don't need it. But here's the catch. Some agencies and employers are starting to require Real ID for background checks, job applications, and government services. If your regular license doesn't meet these standards, it could cause delays or raise questions about its validity. The DMV has also begun sending out targeted notices to drivers who haven't upgraded yet, especially if their renewal is coming up. Ignore it and you could face complications with future renewals or even be listed as non-compliant in the DMV system. That may affect your insurance, car registration, and yes, even your legal driving status. What should you do? Simple. Check if your current license is Real ID compliant. It'll have a gold star in the top right corner. If not, make an appointment at the DMV, bring the right documents, and get it done before your next renewal date. Don't wait until the deadline hits, because by then, your delay might cost you a lot more than just time. Number 6. Driving without insurance. Think skipping a month of car insurance is no big deal? Under California's new enforcement system, it could now cost you your driver's license. Instantly. That's right. With upgraded digital tracking, driving without valid insurance, even for a short time, is no longer just a fine. It's now a fast track to suspension. Here's how it works. California has rolled out a real-time insurance verification system. This means the DMV and law enforcement can instantly check if your vehicle is currently insured. If there's a lapse, even if it's just a day or two, you could be flagged in the system. Get pulled over during that window? You're now facing not only a fine, but also the risk of having your license suspended and your car impounded on the spot. What's worse, many drivers don't even realize they've had a lapse. Maybe your payment failed, your policy expired, or you switched providers and didn't finalize coverage. In the past, you might have had time to fix it, but under the new law, there's no grace period. The system is automated, and once it detects a lapse, it moves fast. And don't think you can just lay low. Even parked vehicles can be scanned by patrol cars using automatic license plate readers. If your car is uninsured, it'll be flagged, even if you're not driving it. How can you protect yourself? First, set up autopay with your insurance provider to avoid missed payments. Second, always confirm coverage before switching plans. And finally, check your status with the DMV regularly. It only takes a few minutes online. In today's system, being uninsured isn't just risky, it's downright dangerous. Don't let one forgotten payment turn into a legal nightmare. Your license and your freedom to drive depends on it. Number 7. Emissions violation alerts. Think your old car's exhaust is just a minor issue? In 2026, it could be a major reason you lose your license. California is cracking down harder than ever on vehicle emissions, and the new laws come with sharper penalties and real-time monitoring that's catching drivers off guard. Here's the deal. California already has some of the strictest emission standards in the country. But now, the state is using automated emissions tracking, with roadside sensors and smart systems that can instantly scan your vehicle's emissions as you drive by. If your car produces more pollution than allowed, you could get flagged without even knowing it. And it's not just about old clunkers anymore. If your car has modified exhaust systems, illegal engine upgrades, or even a poorly maintained catalytic converter buzz, you're at risk. Once your vehicle is flagged, the DMV can issue a notice of non-compliance, which may lead to a suspended registration, or worse, a hold on your license if you ignore the warnings. You also won't pass your smog test, which can spiral into other problems, like being unable to renew your license or registration. And if you're caught driving a car with a suspended registration due to emissions violations, that's a legal offense with possible fines, points on your license, and even suspension. So, how can you stay safe? Regularly maintain your vehicle, especially the exhaust and engine systems. If you've made aftermarket modifications, make sure they're California legal. And when your smog check is due, don't delay it. Failing to fix issues quickly can cause your vehicle to be red flagged in state systems. In short, that check engine light isn't just a warning anymore. It could be a one-way ticket to losing your license. Number 8. Road rage crackdown. We all get frustrated behind the wheel, traffic, tailgaters, people cutting you off. But in 2026, letting your anger show while driving could cost you your license. California has officially launched a statewide crackdown on road rage, and the new laws are much tougher than most drivers realize. Under the updated rules, any aggressive behavior on the road, from honking excessively and tailgating to yelling at other drivers or making threatening gestures, can now be classified as reckless or dangerous driving. And with the help of dashcam footage, eyewitness reports, and even viral videos, law enforcement is cracking down harder than ever. You don't have to be pulled over on the spot. If someone reports your plate and provides evidence, you could receive a notice later. And yes, it can lead to license suspension. Even more surprising, you don't have to break the speed limit or cause an accident. Just one road rage complaint, especially if it's backed by video or photos, can trigger a DMV investigation. Repeat incidents or serious threats can lead to your license being flagged, restricted, or even revoked. California officials say this push is about preventing escalating violence on the roads. In recent years, road rage-related accidents and assaults have surged, and the state is responding with zero tolerance. So, how can you protect yourself? First, stay calm. If someone else drives aggressively, don't engage. Avoid eye contact, don't retaliate, and definitely don't get out of your car. Second, report aggressive drivers through official channels if you feel endangered, but don't take matters into your own hands. One emotional outburst behind the wheel might feel harmless in the moment, but under the new law, it could follow you for years. Don't let your temper take away your right to drive. Number 9. DUI zero tolerance. Think you're okay to drive after just one drink? In 2026, that mindset could easily lead to losing your license on the spot. California has adopted a zero-tolerance approach to DUI offenses, especially targeting younger drivers and repeat offenders, and the consequences are now more immediate and unforgiving than ever. Here's what's changed. For drivers under 21, any measurable amount of alcohol in your system, even below the legal limit, can result in an automatic license suspension. For adults, the legal limit remains 0.08%, but new tools like on-the-spot saliva tests and AI-enhanced breathalyzers are making it harder to dodge DUI charges, even if you feel totally fine. The law now allows for faster administrative action. That means if you're well pulled over and fail a field sobriety or breath test, your license can be confiscated immediately and a temporary permit issued, if at all. And if it's a second or third offense, you could be facing a multi-year suspension, mandatory ignition interlock devices, and even felony charges. But it doesn't stop at alcohol. The zero-tolerance policy now includes THC, prescription meds, and other substances that impair driving. If you're found with any impairing substance in your system, even if it's legal or prescribed, you're still at risk. How can you stay protected? The answer's simple. If there's any doubt, don't drive. Use rideshare, call a friend, or wait it out. Also, be mindful of how your body reacts. Even legal medications can impair your ability to drive safely. California's new DUI laws are not about punishing people. They're about saving lives. But the price of getting it wrong? That could be your license, your freedom, and your future. Don't take that chance, not even once. Number 10. Missed renewal deadlines. Think renewing your license a few days late is no big deal? In 2026, that small delay could mean big trouble. Under California's updated DMV enforcement rules, missing your license renewal deadline can now lead to immediate penalties and, in some cases, even automatic suspension of your driving privileges. Here's why. California has upgraded its DMV systems to flag expired licenses in real time. That means the moment your license passes its expiration date, it's not just inactive, it's illegal to drive, and the information is shared across law enforcement databases statewide. Get pulled over even one day after it expires, and you could be ticketed, fined, or even have your vehicle towed. Even more concerning, if your license is tied to commercial driving, professional certifications, or state IDs, a delay in renewal could affect your job, insurance, and legal status. Many drivers assume there's a grace period, but in most cases there isn't, especially now that digital enforcement tools have removed the wiggle room. Some DMV notices still arrive by mail, but with address changes, missed emails, or simple forgetfulness, it's easy to let the deadline slip by. And in the new system, the DMV won't chase you down. It'll just mark your license as expired and let the consequences roll in. What can you do? First, check your license expiration date today. It's printed right on the card. Second, set reminders at least 2 months in advance. You can renew online, by mail, or in person, but don't wait until the last minute. Also, if you've moved, make sure your address is up to date with the DMV. In this new era of strict enforcement, forgetting to renew your license isn't just a hassle, it's a fast track to losing it. So now you know your California driver's license is more vulnerable than ever before. From stricter point systems and AI surveillance to overlooked court dates and real ID delays, these new laws aren't just updates, they're game changers. And the worst part? Many drivers won't realize they're at risk until their license is already suspended. But here's the good news. Awareness is your best defense. By understanding these 10 new threats, you're already ahead of the curve. You now know what to watch out for, what habits to fix, and how to protect your legal right to drive. Because in 2026, it's no longer just about being a good driver. It's about being an informed one. So don't just click away and forget this information. Take a few minutes today to check your license status, review your car insurance, and make sure your vehicle meets emission standards. Set reminders for renewals and think twice before grabbing your phone at a red light or reacting in anger behind the wheel. A small mistake today could lead to a major consequence tomorrow. If you found this video helpful or eye-opening, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a critical update. Got questions or personal experiences with California's driving laws? Drop them in the comments below. Your story might help someone else avoid a costly mistake. And before you go, check out our next video, some new driving habits that will cost you in 2026. You won't believe some of the changes coming next. Thanks for watching. Drive safe, stay smart, and protect your license.